Hi friends, welcome to Story Time with Miss Tammy. I'm so glad you're here. Let's get started. We have a full schedule. If you see here, lots of pictures, lots of things to do. The first thing we're going to do today is our hello song, and then we're going to go right into the more we get together. Are you ready? Hello friends, hello friends, hello friends, it's time to say hello. Let's try it again. Hello friends, hello friends, hello friends, it's time to say hello. The more we get together, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. Good for you. And before we sing our next song, I want to speak one moment with your dad, your mom, or your grandma, or your caregiver that is there with you today. Grown up that is here at Storytime today, I'd like to share with you a literacy tip, and that is that making reading as a fun activity through Storytime helps to encourage print motivation. In other words, the association of storytelling with excitement to develop the idea of reading as a pleasure and not a chore. So we sure hope that that is what we have planned today, that reading is going to be exciting and a pleasure and not a chore as we share these stories. So, boys and girls, we will sing another song with you, and then we're going to do some scarf play after that. So we're going to sing a song, and the song happens to be something that our stories are about. And that we're going to take a look at the ocean today, where a big, great body of salt water and what lives in that ocean. And today we're going to take a look at some fish and some other sea creatures. So we're going to get a fish, and I happen to have a fish. Do you have a fish? There it is. And here's the tail. Here's the fin of the fish, okay? And it goes like this. I'm a little fish, oh, watch me swim. Here is my tail. Here is my fin. When I went to have fun with my friends, I swish my tail and dive right in. Let's try it again. I'm a little fish, oh, watch me swim. Here is my tail. Here is my fin. When I want to have fun with my friends, I swish my tail and I dive right in. Yay, good for you. Awesome, boys and girls. Now, a few weeks ago, we did some things with scarves, our scarves. So if you happen to have those scarves, we're going to do scarf play right now. And that can be something that looks like this, or it can be something that mom or dad have. Maybe dad has a handkerchief. Maybe mom has an actual scarf. Maybe you just have a towel around, so you can use a towel that works as a scarf. And we're going to get those scarves out, and we're going to use two today because we're going to make the ocean is a lot of water, big body of water, and there are waves. The water moves like this, up and down. So are you ready? The waves in the sea go up and down, up and down. Make it go up and down. The waves in the sea go up and down all day long. What else is in the sea? How about the fish in the sea go swish, 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 swish. The fish in the sea go swish, swish, swish all day long. Let's try it again. Make the waves in the sea go up and down, up and down, up and down. The waves in the sea go up and down all day long. Make those fishies. The fish in the sea go swish, 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 swish. The fish in the sea go swish, swish, swish all day long. Thank Thank you, boys and girls. Next, we have a story to listen to, but it doesn't have a book. I'm just going to tell this story, and I found this on drgene.org, parents, and it is a great little story. And in the middle of the story, I will be sharing once again from my National Geographic Animal Encyclopedia, just for some animal pictures that I'd like to share. So let's get started. And here is the craft for today. I'm going to tell you right now. I have cut a piece of paper from an 8.5 by 11 piece. I just cut a long strip, and I cut a little slit on the top. I cut a little slit on the bottom. Boys and girls can even help do that as long as you don't go the whole way down or don't go the whole way up. Now with those two slits, I'm gonna put one slit in the other one. Boys and girls, look what I created. I created a fish, and I can use my markers and I can decorate it. And matter of fact, I'm just gonna put an eye on the fish, and then at the very end, you may decorate your own by adding some scales. Those are the things on the outside of the fish. But I want to get busy telling my story. So I'm just going to make it like this. So a long strip of paper, it's what kind of shape? Rectangle. I'm going to make a slit here and a slit on the bottom, and then I'm going to put the slits together. Oh, I made a fish. Look at that fish. Really cool. So today I'm sharing this story called Hootie the Fish. Once there was a little fish named Hootie. Every day Hootie would swim along the ocean floor, dreaming of what it would be like to be above the water. Not below. He didn't want to be below. He wanted to be above. He asked his mother if he could fly above the ocean just to take a peek at the world above. But his mother laughed. Ever heard of a flying fish, she said. Well, one day as Hootie was swimming along, he ran into a giant octopus who was tangled up in some coral and rocks on the ocean floor. Let me show you what that octopus looks like. Do you see this? See all his legs? Oh my goodness. He was stuck at the bottom of the ocean floor. Help, help, screamed the octopus. Now, any ordinary little fish would have been scared and swam away, but not Hootie. He bravely started untangling the octopus's arms until the octopus was free at last. As luck would have it, the octopus was magic, and to thank Hootie, he gave him one wish. Hootie thought for a minute, and then he said, I wish I could fly. And do you know what he did then? That's right. He swam up to the top of the water. He jumped up and he flew. And then he sailed back into the ocean. Ever after that, Hootie was known as a very big fish in the ocean because he could fly. So, boys and girls, I hope that you can take that piece of paper, create a fish with it, decorate it however you'd like, and maybe you could tell the story of Hootie the fish. So, what I'd like to tell you now is there are actually flying fish, whether we knew that or not. I'm going to show you in my animal encyclopedia some of those flying fish, and then we'll move on to some other things. Here is a page of flying fish, and some of them are known as the half-beaks, the needlefish. Do you see my needlefish? A really long looking nose there. The saury, the garfish. So there are really flying fish, and maybe Hootie the fish just wanted to be someone else for the day. And I thought that was a fun story to share with you. All right, let's take a listen. We We sang our hello songs. We sang some other songs. We did our scarf play. We read or heard a story about Hootie the fish. We made a fish out of a rectangle and cut 2 slits. Now I'd like to share another favorite story of mine, boys and girls. I pulled this off of my own bookshelf called The Rainbow Fish. I like this because of the illustrations. The pictures are so beautiful. It's by Marcus Pfister. And as we listen, I want to start by asking you, has there ever been something that you had that you didn't want to share? Has there ever been something that someone else has had that they wanted of yours or you wanted of theirs? Well, in this story, we're going to find out just a very similar situation. Let's read and let's just observe the lovely, lovely pictures as we read. A long way out in the deep blue sea, there lived a fish, not just an ordinary fish, but the most beautiful fish in the entire ocean. Oh. His scales were every shade of blue and green and purple with sparkling silver scales among them. Oh, look how shiny that is. The other fish were amazed at his beauty. They called him Rainbow Fish. I understand that because he looked like a rainbow, all different colors. Come on, Rainbow Fish, they would call. Come and play with us. But the Rainbow Fish would just glide past, proud and silent, letting his scales shimmer. One day, a little blue fish followed after him. Rainbow Fish, he called, wait for me. Please give me one of your shiny scales. They are so wonderful, and you have so many. Do you think he would share one of his scales with the tiny little fish? You want me to give you one of my special scales? Who do you think you are? Cried the Rainbow Fish. Get away from me. Well, shocked, the little blue fish swam away. He was so upset he told all his friends what had happened, and from then on, no one would have anything to do with the Rainbow Fish. They turned away when he swam by. What good were those dazzling, shimmering scales with no one to admire them? Now he was the loneliest fish in the entire ocean. Well, one day he poured out his troubles to the starfish. I really am beautiful. Why doesn't anybody like me? I can't answer that for you, said the starfish, but if you go beyond the coral reef to a deep cave, you will find the wise octopus. Maybe she can help you. We just saw a picture of a real octopus, didn't we? Well, the Rainbow Fish found the cave. It was very dark inside, and he couldn't see anything. And then suddenly, 2 eyes caught him in their glare, and the octopus emerged from the darkness. Do you think the Rainbow Fish was a little bit frightened? I have been waiting for you, said the octopus with a deep voice. The waves have told me your story. This is my advice. Give a glittering scale to each of the other fish. You will no longer be the most beautiful fish in the sea, but you will discover how to be happy. I can't, the Rainbow Fish started to say, but the octopus had already disappeared into a dark cloud of ink. Give away my scales? My beautiful shining scales? Never. How could I ever be happy without them? The octopus was asking him to share. Suddenly, he felt the light touch of a fin. The little blue fish was back. Rainbow Fish, please don't be angry. I just want one little scale. The Rainbow Fish wavered. Only one very small shimmery scale, he thought. Well, maybe I wouldn't miss just one. Do you think he was convinced to give the small fish one? Carefully, the Rainbow Fish pulled out the smallest scale and gave it to the little fish. Thank you very much, the little blue fish bubbled playfully as he tucked the shiny scale in among his blue ones. A rather peculiar feeling came over the Rainbow Fish. For a long time, he watched the little blue fish swim back and forth with his new scale glittering in the water. The little blue fish whizzed through the ocean with his scale. flashing. So it didn't take long before the rainbow fish was surrounded by the other fish. Everyone wanted a glittering scale. The rainbow fish shared his scales left and right, and the more he gave away, the more delighted he became. When the water around him filled with glimmering scales, he at last felt at home among the other fish. Finally, the rainbow fish had only one glimmering scale left. His most prized possessions had been given away, yet he was very, very happy. "Come on, rainbow fish," they called. "Come and play with us." "Here I come," said the rainbow fish, and happy as a splash, he swam off to join his friends. Oh, and everyone had a glimmering scale because the rainbow fish decided it was better to share than to not share and be lonely. I like that story. It teaches me a lesson. It is much better to share. What do you think? Well, boys and girls, that was a really, really fast story time. We did some songs. We did scarf play, making believe that our scarves were fish and the ocean waves. And then we read this or heard the story of Hootie the fish who wanted to be a flying fish, and the octopus granted him that wish. And then we made Hootie the fish out of a long piece of paper, a long rectangle. So I hope what you could do is to color that fish, name him something else. You don't have to name him yours Hootie, and maybe color, maybe add some scales, beautiful shiny scales to your fish. Send us a picture, send us a video of you with your fish and how you decide to create your beautiful fish. And then we read the rainbow fish. And last of all, we're going to sing Goodbye Friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you'll come back next week. I really miss you at the library, but this is a good thing too, to be together. So let's sing Goodbye Friends. Goodbye friends, goodbye friends, goodbye friends. It's time to say goodbye. Thank you for joining me. Come back again next week and invite some friends. And also show me your crafts that you made. I would love to see them. Bye.